Hello everyone and welcome to my anime journal, and today we'll be starting out with Kaguya-sama wa Kokura Setai Tensai Tachi no Renai Zun. I've never actually spelled out the whole Japanese title before, I don't think. Or maybe when I was saying the first season, but um yeah, this is a second season of Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama Love is War. And frick. Um so yeah, Kaguya-sama well, I've already talked about the first season before. This is the second season. Um and the second season has more of the same great stuff as the first season. I was kind of warned from the manga readers that you might hate Chika as the story progresses. I, I didn't think Chika was that bad in the second season. Maybe like when we get to like the third season or fourth season and stuff, then she might be a bit more irritating. Might like show off her dark sides a bit more. Um, she's not as much of an angel as she is in the first season, but she's not a bad girl in the second season. Um, but she's still the same person as she is in the manga. So obviously she must be just as awful, but just kind of hiding it. But yeah, it's just the way that they've developed her character in the anime. She doesn't seem like such a bad person, and but even so, like I think she's still cute. Um, but Hayasaka is still a great girl. She has like this really nice aesthetic to her and interesting personality. Not exactly a waifu, but I really like her as a character. Um, but we actually do get a new girl in this season, which might be a spoiler. Um, yeah, she is a main character. Lists her as Miko Ino. Um, and she wants to be I think she is the president. Or no, I think she just wants to be the president. But she really has like this kind of leadership role about her that she doesn't like how other people act and really wants to control them. And especially since this is like a high class school and stuff, that she really wants to make it so that people aren't acting the terrible ways that they are. She really wants people to be in line with her own opinions, and no one else wants that to happen. She essentially wants to be a dictator. That's really what it all comes down to. Not everyone can be a dictator. Just because you want to be a dictator doesn't mean you'll be one. And so yeah, that's a little problematic for everyone else in the series. It still works out. Like she has an interesting personality, but yeah, like it's kind of hard to call her a good girl because personality wise, I don't actually like her. But she definitely does add something to the cast that I appreciate anyway. Um, but yeah, overall, it's a good season. I really liked it, even more than the first season, even. So yeah, if you liked Kaguya-sama, you'll definitely like the second season. It's even better. After that, I watched A Song for You. Uh, I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, this is just music video for Love Life. It's a longer one. Oh yeah, 11 minutes long, which is decently long for a music video that's only about a single song. Because they just like the song itself is like 5 minutes or something, and then they add extra content like before and after the song. Um, but so it kind of tells a bit of a story. Can't really remember what it is. I don't think it's actually translated because of course, but still, it's a fun music video. I liked it. It's also just nice seeing more of Love Live. especially like the original girls. Like it's not Sunshine, it's not Nijigasaki. It is the original girls, and it aired last year, same year I watched it. So that's all cool. Um, yeah, if you liked Love Life and you didn't know this was around, maybe go watch it. Um, After that, I watched Hatsukoi Limited, which I remember an unfortunately small amount about. I think it was harem or something like that. It was just bland. Um, Kind of your typical high school romance garbage kind of thing. Um, yeah, nothing particularly interesting about it. Nothing notable. I would say it's it's an anime. Um, if you like generic high school romances and you've seen all the good ones, maybe this is for you. Because if you don't have any good ones left. After that, I watched Tensei Shitara Slime Dataken, or That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. And the main guy is middle aged, and then he turns into a slime, and then the slime can also turn into a lolly for some reason, but it's a genderless lolly, so it's not he's not female when he's in human form. He's actually genderless, like he doesn't have breasts or a dongle. Um, but yeah, that's a thing. There's also this girl, Millen. She's cute, but she's like 500 years old, and she looks maybe 10, and then doesn't really wear much clothing, which I don't know. It feels a little weird. Sometimes she wears clothing, but not most of the time. Um, Usually she's basically in her underwear, and socks, I guess. Socks, underwear, bra. That's really it. Um, but yeah, in terms of the story, the idea is that the main character gets reincarnated as a slime. Slimes in most RPGs are the lowest rank. It's basically like a sort of insect almost. They don't have many health points. They don't have many attack points. You just kill them, and you can just kill tons of them, and they're very easy. And you just use them to like farm up levels because they're so easy to kill. You can even just like watch a movie or something while killing these slimes. That's kind of the idea in RPGs of what slime's purpose is. But for whatever weird reason, when this guy was reincarnated as a slime, it wasn't as a super low level slime. Instead, he has like all these magical powers, and he can like absorb things and take on their powers, and it doesn't actually make any sense. It's kind of just meant to be like standard isekai, overpowered MC kind of thing. So even though it's completely illogical that he would be this powerful as a slime, it doesn't matter that it's illogical because that the point isn't for it to be logical. The point is just to have this overpowered MC. So if you like those kinds of anime, then you might like this one too. If you don't, then you might not want to watch it because that is kind of the whole point. After that, I watched Frame Arms Girl, and this is an anime about it's about making these plastic models, model girls, and so yeah, like it's kind of funny is like this is an anime based on a toy. So Frame Arms Girl, like these girls actually this is their form. Like you buy them as these like you make these models, and so in a lot of these game adaptations these would just be characters, but in Frame Arms Girl, the anime, these characters are actually models still. And so the main girl likes collecting these models and assembling these models. And so she has all these like miniature mecha girls in her room, and And so they're self-aware of the fact that they are toys. Um, Also, one funny thing I sort of appreciate is the fact the that the bunny girl is actually like the most clothed out of all of them, even though that's usually the opposite. Um, but yeah, they're it's an interesting story. I guess. Well, not story. There's no real story to it. It's just the girl, the main character, just likes collecting these characters, these mecha model thingies, and so she gets a whole bunch of them. She like orders them in the mail, and then she gets kind of addicted to collecting these things, and she gets a whole bunch of them, and so yeah, I don't know. I guess, and like she is kind of as much of the like a girl to be cute as all the models themselves are, but yeah, there's a lot of them. There's not really much of a plot at all. The girls' personalities aren't really much of anything either, but it is popular for actual collectors. And I think it was that the on TV it aired with really low quality, but it kind of got brushed up in the DVD or Blu-ray release. So if you're watching it now after it's aired, it won't look horrible. But the actual mechas themselves are 3D CGI, I think. And it doesn't look that bad of quality either. Like they look fine. That is just a thing to think about, because I know not everyone likes that. But yeah, if you're a fan of mechas and collecting them and putting them together and stuff, then this could be an enjoyable anime. But overall, it's not great. But it's not that bad. After that, I watched Aikatsu Parade, which is that bad. It actually is awful. And it just does show like how far Aikatsu has fallen. Because this is kind of like a compilation of all the other ones, except it also adds this other girl. What was her name? Mirai, I think. Lucky. Yeah, Lucky. Very. I would say forgettable. Like she's the only character added in this season, so it's like I remember who she is. It's just she doesn't really have a personality. Well, I mean, she has like a very similar personality to what was it, Aine, the girl from Friends, Aikat's Friends, and she kind of just has like this idea of like want to be best idol and stuff like that, and make friends with the other idols, and yeah, and she kind of does exactly what she wants to do. She's like first year middle school, I think, and she goes to the same school as Aikat's Friends girls, so she has the same uniform as them and stuff. We have all the other girls from OG Aikat's and Aikat's Stars and Aikat's Friends. And now you get like a bit of like it's meant to kind of be nostalgic, as they like throw in all the other girls together and have interactions that they couldn't have had if they were all in their own series independently. But there's just not enough of it. Like they could have done it so much better. It could have been really good. Like it seems like a cool idea for all these girls to be together, but they just don't really do enough with it. And a lot of it is just like they repeat the same songs. I think there was like 2 or 3 songs that were actually like original to this season, but most of them are just remakes of the old songs. Like I think some of them were just imported directly from the previous seasons, but a lot of them were remix. Like they have girls singing them who wouldn't have originally gotten to. You have, say, like Friends girls singing OG songs and OG girls singing Friends songs and those kind of things. and girls sing from separate series singing songs together. But overall, and the songs are like a lot of it. Like a lot of the time, it's like half of an episode is just songs, and they're all songs you've already heard before, and it just feels really lackluster. Like, it's kind of pointless to see. Like, you would only ever have any reason to watch it if you've seen the other shows, but if you've seen all the other shows and you've also already seen all the content from it, it's almost like just like a really long recap, or like a highlights reel. It's just, there's nothing really about it that's special, and yeah, so I definitely can't recommend watching it if you're an Aikatsu fan. If you're not an Aikatsu fan, now if you actually liked like Friends, like Aikatsu Friends, like if you're that into Aikatsu and don't hate it, even as it's slowly fallen down into destruction, if you've still enjoyed it this far, then maybe you'll still enjoy this season. But yeah, there's really nothing left of it. It's sort of like Aikatsu is just grinding itself into a pulp. And then there's also already been announced Aikatsu Planet, where the Aikatsu girls, not the existing Aikatsu girls, but more new Aikatsu girls go like in and out of reality between anime. So there's this like Dimension High School where it's like sometimes they're live action and sometimes they're animated, which sounds cringy as hell, and it probably will be. And yeah, every day we stray further away from God, basically. Everything's gonna be horrible with this franchise. Anyway, after that, I watched Sangatsu no Lion, and this is an actually good anime, unlike Aikatsu Stars or Friends or whatever. What was it? On Parade. There's so many of them now. Anyway, yeah, Sangatsu, great anime, honestly. So it's about what was it? The Japanese chess. What was it called? God, I don't even remember now. Oh, shogi. Yeah. So he's a shogi player. His dad's a shogi player, like the main character. His dad was a shogi player. Now he's like the youngest professional shogi player. And shogi is very similar to chess. It's not chess, but it's just very similar to chess. And so there's like a couple extra tiles that aren't existing in chess, and because of that, the actual board layout is a little different from regular chess. But it's still the same idea as chess. It's still like you just move these pieces and try to capture your enemy's pieces and all that kind of stuff. There's a couple extra rules and stuff as well. Don't exist in regular chess. And so he plays shogi, and he's really good at it. Well, the fact that he can actually be a professional at the age of however old he was, which is not very old. He's like 17 or something, and he's already playing professionally and doesn't even live with anyone else. Like, he's able to afford his own apartment and stuff and his own food just from the money he makes from playing shogi, which is kind of crazy, especially at that age. So this is something. It's like a board game. Like, you would normally play it just for fun, but there's some people who can make a living from it, just like sports and chess and other things. He's like this one of the lucky few who's actually able to make a living from it, and he is the youngest who is able to do so. But then there's this other guy, this fat kid, who's also really good at it. He's around the same age as him, and kind of resents the fact that our protagonist. I can't remember his name. Ray. The fact that Ray is such a good shogi player and keeps on showing him up and all these things and stuff. And there's also this whole kind of plot line with these three sisters who are 10 years apart each. So like the oldest one is 23, then the middle child is 13, and the youngest one is 30 years old, and they all live together and don't have parents with them. It's kind of a funny dynamic. Like, it's kind of a weird age gap, like the fact that they're all 10 years apart. And so it means also like the oldest one is literally 20 years older than the youngest one. It's a crazy age gap for sisters. Like, she kind of looks like she could be the mom of the youngest one. Well, I mean, she could be. Like, she is 20 years older. Some people do have kids at 20. But yeah, she isn't. They're just sisters. And yeah, he spends a lot of time over at their house since he doesn't have his own parents. And, you know, this girl, the older one, is obviously isn't a parent age to him, but is, I guess, yeah, an older sister age to him, that she can kind of take care of him in ways that he can't really take care of himself. Even though they're not related, he goes to their house a lot of the time. And yeah, it's a really unique anime in a lot of ways. And, you know, you have a lot of these really unique characters. Oh, yeah, and also Ray has this older sister who he prefers to not spend too much time with because she is not kind to him or anyone else. And that he kind of, even though she's the older sister, sometimes he kind of has to take care of her. But she resents that and kind of resents being with him at all. So yeah, their relationship is not super great, and it's also probably partly why he would prefer to be with this other older sister, who isn't his own, but is just way kinder to him. And yeah, it's an interesting anime. I haven't seen the second season. I've heard the second season is a lot better. But the first season, great anime. If you like drama anime, I wouldn't really recommend it as a sports anime because it's not really sports. If you like Chihaya Furu, which is another sports anime, you'd probably like this one. They're both sports anime, but they're more about the drama part than the sports part. And they're also both about games, rather than regular traditional sports. Like, it's not a team sport. Yeah, if you like Chihaya Furu, if you like other drama anime, I would recommend it. After that, I watched Okami-san wa Tabera Setai, or I Want to Be Eaten by a Wolf. And it's actually like the gym teacher who is the main character in this anime. And, thank God none of the the inappropriate scenes came up in the first Google search. But anyway, so this is the girl is named Okami. But anyway, yeah, so our kind of protagonist. I'm not actually sure which one is really the protagonist. But yeah, we have the PE teacher and this girl, the student. And so the student really, really is a fan of this gym teacher and really wants to have an intimate romantic relationship with this teacher. And her teacher, in turn, is not the biggest fan of having an intimate romantic relationship with a student, but she really forces herself onto him, and things happen. It first to it is ecchi. I would really call it a hentai. It's not very long. It's 15 minutes, but yeah, it's a thing. If you like age gap hentai, this would be a recommendation for you. I can't say I particularly enjoyed watching it. It's also just one of these weird TV hentai. Yeah. Yeah, if you like that kind of stuff. I didn't really like it though. After that, I watched Hinako Note, and yeah, Hinako Note. It's cute. The main girl is like a reverse scarecrow. She attracts animals, and that's kind of her job. She lives in like this rural area, and so she actually didn't get to go to school until later. Like she kind of just was sort of forced to, especially in her free time, was just forced to be in these farmers' fields and attract animals and stuff for various reasons. Things like birds and insects and stuff to pollinate, things like that, and or was it attract or was it? I think it was attract. Yeah, it resembles a stiff scarecrow. But yeah, she has this weird way with animals anyway, and but yeah, she's bad of dealing with but animals love her. Yeah, so she attracts these animals and they help out farmers. And so yeah, farmers sort of pay her with their crops and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a bartering system. She's cute. All the girls are cute. But yeah, she has kind of a bland personality. Other than just her weird like anti-scarecrow thingy, and yeah, that's kind of all there is to her. The other girls aren't particularly interesting either. This one girl looks a lot like Kanota from Lucky Star, which is fun. She has like this long blue hair and stuff like that, and it kind of goes to the sides and stuff a lot like Kanota's, and she even has like the sort of like cat mouth that Kanata has. But yeah, the girls are cute. It's in the countryside and stuff. There's also one girl who's like younger than the rest but has breasts a lot bigger than the rest for some reason. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it's cute girls doing cute things. It's not the worst. It's mediocre. I knew it would be mediocre. I wasn't going and expecting it to be amazing. I just watched it because I knew it was cute. I kind of had wanted to watch it for a long time, even though I knew it was going to be mediocre. And it was exactly what I expected. So if you like cute girls, you could watch this. After that, I watched Burn the Witch, which is a movie split into 3 parts. It's set in England, I guess for like Harry Potter kind of purposes. It's just these 2 witches who do things. I don't know. It's not great. Nothing's particularly interesting about it. It doesn't really do anything to set up its world as being amazing. Oh yeah, it was set in Bleach. It's like related to Bleach somehow. I can't remember how, but it is. Yeah, it's not amazing. Wouldn't particularly recommend it. I don't know if it really helps if you're a Bleach fan or not. Probably doesn't, honestly. But oh yeah, and there's most deaths in London are related to dragons, which the witches help to defeat, I guess. Yeah, it's a weird story. Not amazing though. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again next time, and goodbye.